Early childhood classrooms that support language and literacy learning include centers. These are small spaces sectioned off from other classroom space that are equipped with materials to encourage students' active involvement. Centers are designed for groups of 3 or 4 children to work and play independently or cooperatively. They allow for child-directed play, considered a critical part of early childhood classrooms. Effective centers are designed to provide connections between the children's world and the wider environment they will encounter in their later lives. In the safe environment of play within centers, children can try out new roles and rearrange events to fit their level of understanding. In this environment, they build confidence as capable learners. Students are very reluctant to participate in activities in cases where they are wrong and often spend time very unproductively in checking and rechecking their answers. More and more students are becoming afraid to try new things in case they fail and/or become depressed and question their own self-worth if they do make mistakes. Teachers can help to create a secure, supportive classroom environment in which the pupils learn to not fear failure and to value making mistakes as an opportunity to learn and grow. True education should make a person compassionate and humane. It is unlikely that unwillingness to participate in the mathematics classroom arises from lack of understanding and compassion, which can often be unconscious, by teachers and other pupils. Consequently, we need to ask the question, how can we encourage more effective participation by any students not participating fully? Do not be angry if a child cannot understand something or makes a mistake, because this can lead to fear of failure. Show him or her how to recover from the mistake and try again. Tell them about famous people who were not afraid to make mistakes, or about some of the mistakes you have made. But also encourage accuracy and patiently ask them to correct their careless errors. A useful source of ideas is a book called Mistakes That Worked by Charlotte Foltz Jones. Students should not allow success or failure to ruffle their minds unduly. Courage and self-confidence must be instilled in the students. Use positive visual and body language cues to encourage them to arrive at appropriate answers. Be careful not to frown if a child makes a mistake, and don't allow other children to frown if a classmate makes a mistake either. There is overemphasis on quick and easy gains rather than patience, fortitude, and hard work. Peter was a very clever 11-year-old. In the final year of his primary schooling, there was only one test on which he had scored less than 100%, and then he only lost half a mark. His classwork was always done quickly and correctly. When he knew that he could succeed, he was confident and willing to work hard. To challenge his thinking, Peter's teacher would give him some difficult problems. If Peter could not immediately see a way to solve a problem, he became a different child. He would sit, drawing on his notepad, or wander around the room. He would even ask his teacher if he could spend the time tidying the storeroom. Peter, who was normally so successful and confident, was afraid to tackle a difficult task because he was afraid that he might fail. So his solution was to quit, to make the fears go away. Fortunately, the story had a happy ending, because Peter and his teacher worked together to help him to develop more courage, and to tackle difficult problems rather than taking the easiest path of stopping. Many writers have written about students such as Peter, who expect solutions to come to them quickly and easily, and will give up rather than face negative emotions associated with trying the task. Another concern is that they often are not aware of when it is worthwhile to keep on exploring an idea and when it is appropriate to abandon it because it is leading in a wrong direction. They need to know when it is appropriate to use a particular approach to the task and how to recover from making a wrong choice. Claire was given the following problem to solve. Find the missing letter in blank O-G. Claire started at the beginning of the alphabet and tried every letter in order to find the right letter. She worked at the task with patience and fortitude for 30 minutes. As she worked, she said to herself, "I know that this is going to work. All I need is time to find the right combination." After she repeated the strategy 21 times, her teacher interrupted and suggested that it might be time to look for another way to solve the problem. In Peter's case, It was not enough for his teacher to tell him that frustration, for example, is a normal part of problem solving, and to encourage him to spend more time working on the task. Claire, on the other hand, was over-persevering. Locked into persistently pursuing one approach, it may be more appropriate when stuck to use other strategies, even such as help-seeking. One of the responsibilities of a teacher is to help pupils to learn how to persevere when the problem-solving process becomes very difficult. They also need to know how to make decisions about avoiding time being wasted on over-perseverance. Strategies for enhancing perseverance. Equip learners with a range of strategies and techniques for solving different types of problems. Encourage them to experience the full range of positive and negative emotions associated with problem solving. Promote the desire to persevere. Help them to make managerial decisions about whether to persevere with a possible solution path, when to keep trying and when to stop. Encourage them to find more than one way to approach the problem. One sequence of strategies which is used frequently by successful, persevering problem solvers is the following. Try an approach. Try it 2 to 3 times in case using different numbers or correcting errors might work. Try something different. You might decide to come back to your old way later.